This month will be very strange, and it will be quite unusual when it comes to you, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed, because this March you are going to be tested in a very, very strange and unusual ways indeed. But on another hand, this is a very important moment in time, and it's a very important for me to say that it's all boiling down to the one particular obstacle that is preventing you to move on with your life until you come to the certain realization, and until you come to the certain conclusion. And this is very, very important to say also at the same time, that you are going to have a very unusual and very powerful month also on another hand throughout the actual March 2020, because throughout this month, my gorgeous Taurinis, a lot is going to start changing for you, but it's going to happen one step at a time indeed. But most certainly from the very first day of this month, indeed, it is going to be an unfoldment of events which are going to be surprising you throughout this month. And it is going to be quite unusual, because most of the time you will be kind of like you will come across lots of situations that are going to require from you kind of like to have an immediate response, for example. But you are going to find yourself being like kind of indecisive. This is very important, my gorgeous Taurinis, for you to understand that if you feel like rushed into anything, if you feel like a little bit indecisive throughout this month, this is a very important moment for you. A moment of realization, the moment of expansion, the moment when you need to step away from the situation. If you feel rushed in any ways, my gorgeous Taurinis, go home, sleep on it, and you will see that in the next day there is going to be an absolutely remarkable realization that you are going to have, that you are going to receive, a confirmation if you wish, but it's going to come from somewhere else. It's going to come from a completely different dimension. It's going to come from a completely different realm, and this is because your energy is going to be very much so connected to your subconscious mind. You will be able to tap into it. This is why the month is going to be quite strange. This is why the month is going to feel quite unusual, because at the same time you are most certainly going to have a very powerful balance of your intuitive and of your psychic energy, which on another hand is going to work you up like ooh la la, ooh baby baby, ooh baby baby. No, it's brilliant. It's going to set you up on the journey that is going to surprise you at the same time, but it's going to be wonderful. It's going to be bizarre. It's going to be strange, and it's going to be unusual what is actually going to be happening to you throughout the month. You can expect like lots of little unusual situations. You can expect lots of unusual feelings. You can expect like a rising from the dead, but most certainly it's going to be like a people who used to be in your life, like for example, or even animals that used to be in your life as well, giving you all sorts of signs that you can't really explain. But at the same time, it's going to be really good. It's going to be powerful, because these signs are going to come from the right people, like from the right spirits of the right people, or even the right animals who used to be in our lives, and they're going to happen at the right moment, at the right time, and they are going to be confirming you things at the same time, what to go for. But most certainly when it comes to the kind of like unusual situation when you are like a little bit indecisive, but suddenly you find out a certain flower growing around you, which means like the certain option that is interesting you, suddenly you will find yourself being attracted and attached to the things that you haven't been before. And this is all part of this wonderful dimension. This is all part of this wonderful energy, because purely your subconscious mind is going to be ridiculously powerful. This is because vibrationally you will be able to discover yourself in a slightly different way, and purely it's because you are going to be able to tap into the wilderness of your own subconscious mind, of your own intuition in a completely different way. So this is the direct product of it. This is how it works, my gorgeous Taurinis. It's very similar to the energy of the 31st of October, and the whole March is there for like a very powerful, it's actually 3 days that we have got this wonderful energy on the 31st of October on the Samhain, or some call it Halloween, when the veil in between this world and the spirit world is at its its thinnest, and then you get also at the same time the mixture of the dimensions, and these energies that are influencing us in a completely different way. It helps us to feel things in a different ways. It helps us to understand things from a completely different angle. It's wonderful because at the same time we are part of the completely different dimension, and this is what is very interesting. And this, when you're part of the completely different dimensions, my gorgeous Taurinis, this is what is going to make you feel bizarre and strange, but at the same time, it's going to be wonderful because your mind will be able to stretch to all sorts of different dimensions, and the direct result of that is you feeling unusual, or you feeling this particular energy, which is also very powerful throughout the October, because of the 31st of October, because the energy is so strange and it's so powerful. But on another hand, it gives you the ability to understand things, to connect to things, to find out things. It gives you lots of psychic moments. It gives you lots of intuitive moments. It makes you really vibrant when it comes to this, but also very dairy on another hand. But this dairy situation and adventurous feelings that you are going to have, it's at the same time going to give you the sacred protection and the sacred power. My gorgeous Taurinis, this is going to be absolutely wonderful, and it's going to be really remarkable because by the end of the month you are going to have a completely different perspective on a certain stage of your life that didn't work, that didn't make you feel really happy, and that it dried out a little bit. So this is all going to boil down pam 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 param pam pam param pam 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 pam. It's fantastic. Listen to me very carefully. Listen to me, Taurinis, very carefully. From the beginning of March towards the end of the March is going to be like, ooh la la, a lot is going to be happening. A lot is going to be happening. You can also expect very major paranormal experience that you're not going to be able to explain to start with, but it's most certainly going to be the beginning of your own rebirth, which is going to bring you promise and invocation at the same time. But this March, it's going to be an incredible time of unfoldment. There are 12 things that are going to change in your life like there is no tomorrow. 12 major things are going to change and start changing in your life, my gorgeous Taurinis, from the beginning of the March. And it all boils down to what I just said, to the actual 24th of March. Oh my God. From the 24th of March until the 31st of March, you are going to go through something completely different. So everything that I said so far, it wasn't like, oh yeah, unusual feeling, unusual energy, psychic moment, la la la. No, baby, no. This is all boiled down to this particular thing. It's going to make you react in a different ways, and this is going to get out. It helps you to get out in a different way. This is going to help you to express yourself in a different way. So therefore, different things will be happening which are going to help you with your own spiritual growth throughout this month, my gorgeous Taurinis. But most importantly, you will come to terms with certain problems and situations and things that you wouldn't come to terms normally. And it's just so much is going to happen and unfold without you even realizing. And it's all part of this sacred path and journey that you are going towards to until you reach pam 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 the 24th of March. From the 24th of March, you can imagine this, my gorgeous Taurinis. 24th of March, you're in the middle of the gorgeous, beautiful, amazing, powerful forest, and you're just like at the entrance. You want to go in, my gorgeous Taurinis. You want to unlock the door, and the door just unlock and open by themselves, my gorgeous Taurinis. And now you just realize, oh my God, I didn't even have to unlock. I didn't even have to open. Now the door are open by itself. Now, what does that mean, my babies? You're entering a very well-deserved stage and a period of your life. There is a lot that is going to start changing after this moment in time, because most certainly you are entering an absolutely like ooh la la sacred moment in time, sacred stage, which starts on the 24th of March 2020. You're going to enter a completely different dimension, my gorgeous Taurinis. You're also going to make an important decision, which is going to go and unfold for an additional 7 months. Okay, 7 months of the certain progress. My lord, my lord, my lord, ooh la la. So it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So in October 2008, again, here we go to October. Strong connection with October. Again, the October 2020 is going to be directly connected to what's going on now. And this is going to provide you with an opportunity and stage which is literally going to change your life, but it wouldn't happen and it wouldn't unfold in this way if the things didn't unfold in this particular direction through this particular creativity that I was actually talking about. So basically the 24th of March is going to be an entrance into a completely different dimension. Now, what is the actual 24th is going to feel like remarkable. It's going to feel super bizarre. It's going to feel super different. But what is going to happen? There's certain obstacle. You didn't expect that it's going to be certain obstacle, little bastard is going to come back. But a certain obstacle, no. Certain obstacle it's going to require from you to pay attention to it, to pay attention to this certain obstacle. The difference with this time is going to be that this obstacle is going to be just like a little butterfly, you know. At around the same time you can expect a certain signs and certain messages, like it could be a little butterfly, it could be like a little bird, something flying. Little bird is going to kind of be an integral part of this little journey right at the beginning. You may not see it necessarily, but it's just something is going to have a certain connection with the little bird. It doesn't have to be necessarily on the 24th, but it could be that throughout this time you will see the little bird, but you will know when you see the little bird in a different, something is going to be different about it, something is going to be bizarre about it, but at the same time you will know that your plan with work, you will know that you will make it. This is going to be a little sign. You could even see the little bird like at the television at some point, or the picture of a little bird, or it could be a live little bird outside, like doing strange things, you know, doing something unusual, but it's going to caught your attention. And this is when you will know that your plan is going to work and it's going to be absolutely brilliant, and this is going to answer to you all sorts of questions, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. But the 24th is going to start with an important obstacle that you are going to have, and that obstacle that you are going to have, it's going to be really important because it's just basically going to be connected to an important realization that you're going to have a big win. You're going to have a big optimistic moment that it's going to come out of it, and you are going to get out of it so much. And that in itself, it's going to make you realize how powerful you are, but at the same time there will be like a tiny little disappointment when it comes to the stretch of the full thing, like its impact, you know. Maybe it's not going to kind of stretch and expand how you wanted to, how you would have wanted to, but that doesn't matter, because this realization is going to be also the key for you to actually set yourself in the right direction then and there. So the obstacle on the 24th is going to play an important role, and it's slowly going to start coming to an end with an unfoldment of the perspective that you wouldn't normally have. The 25th, my gorgeous 25th of March, it's going to bring you a remarkable moment in time when it comes to the actual good news about your own gain, about your own advancement, something that you expected, but most certainly this is to do with a certain promotion, the next stage of your life, okay, the next stage of your life. You could be retired, so it could be the next stage of your life when it comes to promotion to your own spirituality, what is going to make you feel happier. But the bottom line is that there is an important ability that you will recognize about yourself, Taurinis, and important abilities you are going to recognize on the 25th of March 2020 indeed. And also this is going to be leading towards your success and important gain, and also rather victorious moment in time when it comes to the certain challenge, because the certain challenge is also going to be resolved through this situation, and because you're going to find yourself on a rather advanced level, in a rather advanced stage. But most certainly an important negotiation is going to take place. Okay, 24, 25, 26. Now the 26th of March. Okay, so the 26th of March, basically, this is the one when you need to be very, very, very strong with yourself. This is when you need to be very strong with yourself and very firm with yourself, because you're going to have a little bit of a hermy momenty, a little bit a hermy momenty in a Sashita's language, okay? But it's a bit of a hermit moment, okay? Hermit moment. Okay, so you're going to have a bit of a hermit moment here, but this is so important. I told you this, my babies, hermit moment is very strong, and it's very significant part of your life, time of your life, because it helps you to understand your life very deeply, very beautifully, very spiritually, and it just enhance your mind, enhance your memory, and you are able to get so many informations like that you wouldn't normally have. It's a sacred moment in time. So you will have a hermit moment, so it's going to help you to connect to your subconscious mind even more, to your guardian angels, to your spirit guides, indeed. And you are going to see here, what are you being self-denying? What are you self-denying to yourself about? And this is so important to understand this, because it's going to help yourself so much to live from a release yourself from the negative energy, release yourself from the negativity, from worries, and most importantly from the certain like a bondage, you know. It's just releasing yourself from the negativity. It's rather important, like there is no tomorrow. The 27th of March is going to bring you an absolutely remarkable day where you can do so much to express yourself, express your energy, express what you want to do. Do as much as you can here if you want to taste the waters and try new things, start new things that you feel uncomfortable about, because you're going to have a control over a situation. An absolutely remarkable lucky number, it's going to be 11. Okay, your lucky number is going to be 11. Okay, and it's so important to understand 27, yeah. So it's important for you to understand, you know, it's going to be lots of energy that you will have, determination, action, confidence, and also the certain accomplishment. It's going to make you feel even more powerful. So this is the great day to actually feel yourself in a really strong and powerful way, where you're very solid, you know, when it comes to your spirituality, when it comes to your mind, when it comes to your action in general. So it's going to be absolutely fantastic and bombastic. Absolutely fantastic time for you actually to do something like really important, what you wanted to do in a really long time. So it's a 24, 25, 26, 27. Now the 28th of March, this is an important transition period that you are going to have. This is what am I saying, this is what am I trying to say, that each day from the 24th of March until the 31st of March, it's going to be mind-blowing, and it's going to be so good and brilliant and very re-energetic for you, re-energizing. And this is the direct result of everything what will be happening for you throughout the March. So 24, 25, 26, 27, 28th of March is going to bring you an important friendship, an important relationship. It's going to take place, and that particular relationship, it's also going to have a remarkable idea. So watch who is around you in your mind on that day, or watch who is around you physically, who comes to you, who sends you message, of people who you appreciate, but also who comes to you as a part in your mind as well, because there is going to be an idea that you are going to get and gain through somebody very important in your life. Okay, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29. Sorry, I'm just counting. The 29th of March is just going to be remarkable, because it's going to bring you a wonderful, absolutely mind-blowing success when it comes to material attainment, advantage, well-being, absolutely brilliant. This is also very important time when it comes to the certain victory. Some kind of difficult stage and a difficult period is slowly going to start coming at the end at this moment in time. And this is going to be so good, because it's just going to make you realize maybe like it's time to move on from the certain situation that no longer works for you anymore, and it's to do with a certain regret, but again then it's to do with a partial loss, but then it's just a life, it's just a one big experience. And there is a very important lesson that you're actually going to have here. Okay, on the 30th of March, on the 30th of March, it's very important to say that this is not going to be the greatest day to actually start new things, do new things, because it's going to be a little bit confusing for you. The energy is just going to be a little bit confusing, but you can actually do it, work with it really well. You work with the confusing energy when it's just bringing you down, and when it's making you feel unhappy, and it's clouding things around you. You know, you can work through it by being very creative. By being as creative as you can, you go through this negative energy, you just cut through really beautifully and really nice. So you feel like, oh my god, I feel then you just do something that you like, and then you just start like projecting the certain energy, and that energy just kind of becomes like a different light source for you to work towards, and it just gets you out of these negativities and negative stage that you're going to have. But the bottom line is that the 30th 30 of March, it's important to remember not to kind of start new things on this particular day. Don't start any negotiations if you can avoid on this particular day, because it is just gonna kind of be not going to be the right thing to do. This is the best thing. But if you do have to, then you just basically try to kind of project your energy in this particular way. Try to be creative a little bit, and then you can just kind of start going towards your own personal light, so you can protect yourself at the same time. The 31st of March, my gorgeous Tauruses, this is an important one now. The 31st of March, it's all going to be about the new you, about the excitement, about this absolutely beautiful, optimistic feeling that you're going to have at the same time. It's just going to rejuvenate you. It's going to make you feel so happy. Certain things are going to start making sense to you. And that is just going to be one absolutely remarkable, beautiful, powerful confirmation that you're going to have at the same time. But also, my gorgeous Tauruses, an important plan is going to take place. The 31st of March, you need to pay attention to really what you want to do, what's on your mind, what's on your subconscious mind. You can think about it by feeling what you feel, by trying to feel and sense what you feel drawn to. It's so important, because this is going to boil down to you, towards you making an important plan, new wish, new plan. And it's so significant because it's just something that you attempted before, something that you wanted to do before but maybe it didn't work. So now most certainly this is going to bring a beautiful confidence, beautiful hope, and it's just so important because it's to do with the wish, something that you wanted to do for a while. So this is most certainly going to be a remarkable new stage and starting point for you. Look at this. Absolutely gorgeous. This Moldavite is probably one of the most powerful crystals you can actually... this Moldavite is probably one of the most powerful crystals you can actually get. It's wonderful, it's remarkable, and sometimes it's very difficult to get them, especially this particular size. This comes with a sterling silver setting around. This is a wire and the sterling silver chain, and the link to buy this is in the description below. By buying things from my channel, you're of course also supporting my channel. But it's very important for you to get this, because it's going to help you with the spiritual growth. It's going to help you with communication, because it's going to be very important this month. It's going to help you to ground yourself. It's going to help you to protect yourself. It's going to help you with the prosperity. It's going to help you to make the right decisions. It's going to help you to have lots of ideas, but it's also going to help you with your own spiritual growth, and it's going to help you to guide you to the right path. This is something very important that I need you to take and have and wear throughout March and even April. Very, very important, my gorgeous Tauruses, Moldavite, because it's going to help you to rediscover yourself on your own spiritual journey. And this is going to be really important month indeed. Okay, my name is Sasha Bonasin, and I'm a psychic medium, and this is your monthly horoscope tarot card reading, and it's for you, my gorgeous Tauruses, and it's for March 2020. So it's for you, my gorgeous Tauruses, and it's for March 2020. Sorry. So now your number this month, of course, that it's going to be the number 13. I mean, number 13, you had that before, but now at this moment in time, at this instance, this is absolutely remarkable, because it's going to help you to reflect yourself on your own situation in a completely different way, from a completely different angle, and that is at the same going to rejuvenate you, and it's going to become power. Where you felt really uneasy, now you're going to feel strong. Where you felt weak, now you're going to feel powerful. It is the time of rejuvenation. You will be able to prove something very important to yourself this month, Tauruses, but also something very important to people around you. You had enough of the problems, negativities. It was draining you so much. So now it's just taking things on the whole next level. Karmically, you're entering like ooh la la, rather vavavumish moment in time in many different ways. So this is also going to reflect on your relationships, and it's going to reflect on your finances, on your ideas. It's a wonderful moment in time of your own personal transformation. You will discover something absolutely mind-blowing about yourself towards the end of the month, and that is also going to become a new starting point, and it's going to be remarkable. This is the time of transformation. It's the time to clear away the old in order to wake up and make a place for the new. It's just the energy of the actual new moon. The energy of the new moon. I'm not saying that the new moon is going to last like the whole month. No, but it's like the energy of the new moon where you go with the flow. You go with this vibration and you're changing things around. You're connected to things by changing things around you, by moving things about, by replacing them. And this is very good for your vibration and for your energy at the same time. Yes, number 13 means a wonderful surprise, a beautiful moment where you're going to react in a certain way. You will surprise yourself, and this is going to bring you the whole world of possibilities that you wouldn't normally have. But very highly instinctive time when it comes to an ancient healing wisdom. And as more creative you are, the more deep you will go. Yes, this will create a bit of a tower moment. Yes, there will be roughly a tower moment like roughly at around the mid-March 2020. But this is so important because that tower moment is going to help you to move on with your life, and it's going to help you to understand a certain situation. It's something that was going on in your life for the last 24 months, but most certainly it's going to be important when it comes to the certain confusion, when it comes to the certain distraction, when it comes to the certain error, when it comes to the certain alteration as well that is going to take place, because something was maybe making you feel like a little bit lonely, at around this tower situation because of this, so this is actually going to be really important. Tower situation, it's going to be the situation where something is really going to surprise you at around the mid-month. It's going to put a little bit of a bitter taste in your mouth because it's going to surprise you, and it's going to be like a fake feeling. And a fake feeling is like when you take the emotions to take over, but you're not grounded enough to understand that this is actually really good. So it's going to be a bit of a shaky momenty, but it's going to be brilliant because it's going to resolve in the tower situation when there is going to be the sudden movement, sudden change, and that change is also going to make you to kind of do certain adjustment and readjustment when it comes to some kind of relationships around you. But also at the same time, it's more like about the unexpected events which are going to kind of need from you to make a certain action and act in a certain way. But it's brilliant because the obstacle, it's also going to come to an end, and it's going to be rather important moment in time indeed, because you will release yourself. What I need you to remember 4 things when you have a bit of a tower situation, my gorgeous Taurinis. 4 things, yeah? Number 1, what do you need to release? At the same time, something will need to be released. Number 2, adjustments are most certainly immediately going to be required, okay? Number 3, this is a great time for healing. So whatever you do, wherever you go, however you open, you're going to get a relevant healing at the same time. And number 4, always remember to step out of your comfort zone, open your eyes and jump in the water, my gorgeous Taurinis, because if you don't jump in the water, you will never learn how to swim. Okay, important. And what else? Number 13 means that you are going to have a quad, where is it? This Tarotina Cardina, tarot card. Okay, so you're also going to have an important news. An important news is going to be relevant moment in time for you to start certain investment. You will see exactly what I mean, my gorgeous Taurinis, at the right moment, at the right time. Okay, so now when it comes to your health, my gorgeous Taurinis, this is a very important moment in time for you to take organic acerola cherry powder. I know I said this millions of times. 1 glass of water, babies, 1 teaspoon in the morning, first thing in the morning, and the first thing before you go to sleep at night. This is going to help you to rejuvenate your vitamin C levels. It's going to make you feel so much better, but also most importantly against cold and flu and the sensitivity inside your mouth. Your gums are still going to be sensitive, so vitamin C is going to be good for your cold, flu, but also for the gum healings. At the same time, make sure that you are using toothpaste and the actual mouthwash without fluoride. Okay, natural aloe vera and tea tree is a really nice combination without fluoride, of course. Vitamin D, very important for your bones. Your bones are going to be a little bit sensitive. And another thing that I was going to say to you, my gorgeous Taurine, is a bit of a stress. I see nothing nothing unusual, nothing abnormal, but when there are lots of things changing in life, you know, this is a natural body reaction. So it's just a natural dose of B vitamins in a complex. It needs to be without any horrible ingredients or anything like that, like nasty chemicals which are necessary. Or you can get a food which is rich in B vitamins, which is also going to be good for your both digestive system and a little bit of stress. If you're on any other medications, if you're pregnant or if you're breastfeeding, just check with your doctor, your GP. Only your doctor and GP can tell you whether this can interact with your medications or not, my gorgeous Taurini. So now, going on the very first day, which is going to be important for you. Now, my gorgeous Taurini, now the 1st of March, the very 1st of March is going to be important for you because it's just, you will be tested in a certain way. And I want to say to you that on the 1st March, you will be tested, something that's going to seem like it's something like it's not. And all you need to do is just basically don't be impatient. This is what I need you to remember. On the 1st of March, don't be impatient. Just go for it. Stay committed to the task at hand. It's very important. You may feel a little bit uneasy, but this is going to be quite a wise thing for you to do. On another hand, you are going to enter an absolutely wunderschönes moment in time when it comes to your own serene knowledge, when it comes to your own power, when it comes to your wisdom, when it comes to you being able to stretch your mind so much, and there is so much hidden around you that is going to become highlighted and illuminated. So therefore, you will be very, very wise at the same time. So do not rush into any decisions whatsoever, because you are going to actually realize something about yourself by the end of the day, something hidden emotion that is going to come out, and it's important because it's going to require a little bit of your light on it. This is so significant because it's going to help you to do this, to make a certain action movement, but it's going to help you with those stages in your life where you felt really restrained. This is an important day to take things on another level indeed. The second important date, my gorgeous Taurinis, is the 16th of March. The 16th of March is going to be an important time when it comes to the certain satisfaction because of your own accomplishment. This is so good because you will be praised by the right people in your life, and also certain relationships, you know, certain people who mean to you so much. They will have a response to some kind of stage that you did, something that you did, and it's going to be so important to you like there is no tomorrow. You will feel absolutely wonderful. And at the same time, this is going to be the great day when it comes to the combination of material and spiritual prosperity. I'm going to tell you that the 16th of March, something very important is actually going to take place, in particular when it comes to the certain invocation. The 16th of March, something very important is going to take place, in particular when it comes to the certain invocation, and you may not even be aware of it. This shows how important the power of your mind is going to be. So if you want to light a little candle on the 16th of March, go for it, my babies. Stick to one thing. Okay, if you want to have a mini ritual, this is brilliant. So write just one thing on that candle, light it, my babies, and just let it burn, let it burn. No, but it's brilliant. This is an important moment in time when it comes to connection and reconnection with the universe, and also at the same time when you light that candle, when you do this invocation, you know, when you do this little ritual, you know, if you wish so, at the same time you make a very strong point within you and within the universe, and it just happens really beautifully, and then you discover other things about yourself as well. On another hand, this is going to bring you a wonderful invitation and opportunity on the 16th of March. It's so important because it's to do with advancement, attraction, is to do with the request, challenge, and most certainly certain proposition as well. It's going to take place. The third important date, my gorgeous Taurinis, is going to be on the 27th of March. Now, the 27th of March, something unusual is going to happen. The 27th of March, something unusual is going to happen, and you will kind of surprise yourself in a really good way. And this is all about you finding out in particular what I'm pinpointing down to you. The 27th of March, something 27th of March, something unusual is going to happen. You will have a certain reaction to it, and you will surprise yourself. This is going to be very important because you will surprise yourself in in a good way, and you're going to learn something about yourself through the certain vision that it wouldn't normally happen to you. This is so important when it comes to the advancement into the unknown, and also it's going to require a little bit of alteration as well at the same time, because immediately this will be connected to the swift activity, sudden progress, movement and change. Wonderful, 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 an important message. It's going to come through at the same time, and that message is going to be connected to the certain recognition to you, certain honor. And this is so important because it's going to make you feel very honorable, and it's going to make you feel very capable indeed in many different ways. And this is to do with rewards from hard work, success, admiration from others, which will lead towards an ultimate change. Very, very exciting moment in time, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. Okay, so now going on the very first part of March. Okay, on March, it's going to provide you with like an important choice. Two choices are going to be very significant. Two choices, no one, but two choices are going to be on your mind, and see what is coming towards you, see what is around you, see, because this is all going to require your attention immediately. It's going to be connected to a little bit of a heartbreaking situation, because something is not going to go like the way you wanted it to go, but then you were aware of it, you knew it, and it was just, you tried, and now this is just going to require from you to move on from it. So it's important to do this because it's going to stop the energy drainage. Okay, and this is also going to be an important moment in time when it comes to your own security power. You will be very much so doubting something, but then you will not believe it. At the same time, it's an option that is going to become very vibrant stage here, and it's going to require from you to kind of step away from the situation a little bit and think about it. And there is going to be an important realization, an important option that is just going to become very, very powerful moment in your life, very powerful stage, which is just going to require from you to step into it. Important. It's all about this inspiration and potential, and not only success, but it's just something very important that it's going to take place. And in particular, by the time we get to the mid-March, it's all about not only success and really solid stage, but you will do something, and you will create here something. You will make such an important direction and decision that you will benefit from it for a long time. Okay, and the people in your life, your family members and things like that, oh my lord, it's something that will go for a long time indeed. Very, very well done, my gorgeous Taurinis. This is going to make you feel a very overwhelming emotion. It's to do with your success, but it's what I said before. You will realize how powerful you actually are, and this is going to give you boost of energy and positivity when you needed it the most. I really highly suggest you to get something like, look at this gorgeous baby here, a palm stone, labradorite palm stone. It's very powerful, and it's very important when it comes to your personal transformation, transition, change, and it balances and protects you really beautifully, and it's just going to help you to connect your subconscious mind by raising your own consciousness. Indeed, it's very, very important to ground your spiritual energies at the same time, because a lot is going to be happening. So it's very important to stay grounded at the same time. Every time when you want to understand your dreams, every time you want to connect to your spirit guides, every time when you want to connect your guardian angels, I highly suggest you to wear this beautiful labradorite palm stone. Okay, throughout March and April, I would just have it around me, because it helps you to inspire you as well, but you need a bit of inspiration as well. This beautiful palm stone, labradorite, you can get on my website, and the link is in the description below. And by buying things from my channel, you're also supporting my channel as well. The mid-March is going to bring you an absolutely wonderful determination, recognition. It's so important. It's all about the greatest honor that you're going to feel, that you're going to have, and an important decision when it comes to the certain possession of yours as well. It's going to happen, an important decision, and this is going to lead towards the actual victory and mental clarity, and that in itself is also going to boost your confidence as well. And by the time we get to the last part of March, you see, it's important to deal with a certain illusion. It's going to happen through the actual kind of like some kind of restrictions, you know, you will not realize, you will realize what is kind of restricting you. So the last part of March, it's all going to be about this certain restriction. Something is also coming to an end here. It's important to see what it is, and it's to do with the restriction, because your spiritual journey is just ended with this. So don't bother yourself anymore with things that are behind. Don't bother yourself with the things that are in past. Don't worry too much about the things that happened in the past, and don't worry about the things too much that didn't unfold and happen as quick and or when you wanted them, because it's all about, you know, us learning in this stage, us learning about this life, us learning on our spiritual journey, indeed. And by learning, by having an understanding about our life and our spiritual journey, we provide our spirit with an involvement level. So we let our spirit to involve, so therefore we become even more powerful. We understand even more. We can understand, we can you know, understand so much more spiritually around us. So this is why it's so important to see which kind of illusion it's coming to an end. You know, it's so important because it's all going to boil down to actually this realizing of restrictions, which are going to be shifted at the same time, because you're going to release yourself. So it's to do with an abandonment, adjustment, readjustment. Cut it out, my gorgeous Taurinis, indeed. And it's also connected to the self-denial about what's making you sad. And this is why this is important, because it's going to help you with a shift of energy. An important moment in time also when it comes to the connection with the past and the childhood. And this is nothing unusual, because you're going to be very spiritual. So there is a lot going to kind of start manifesting around you in your mind. So there will be a very strong connection with you and your childhood at the end of the week. And you just need to see what it is in your childhood that you should be doing. Something that you used to do, it used to make you feel really happy. And it's also going to help you to bring you an insight with some kind of problem that you will have at the end of the month. On another hand, absolutely remarkable input you will have. Your input is going to be everything. The couple of inputs that you will have. One input will be to do with the family and the people around you. You may not have a family, but maybe the best friends, you know, or maybe like a people where you go like to do the certain hobby. However, two inputs. One input is going to be like to do with the family and people who are really dear to you. And this input is going to be everything, because you will be very wise, you'll be very clever, you'll be very illuminated when it comes to spirituality. And another input is going to be to do with like a teamwork, some kind of work in progress, work in process. Okay, just see what you can connect to, where you can give your input, because it's going to reveal so much, and it's going to be very important to the people where you are going to giving this to. But also you will something very important will be revealed about yourself as well. Very sacred, I would like to say, indeed. And the last part of March, it's also going to make you realize, you know, somebody will need your help. Just see who in your family. Somebody in your family will need a little bit of your help. You will have a very powerful sense of achievement, and that is going to rejuvenate your healing powers. So just see who needs your help when it comes to your immediate family members or your friends, really important friends. But on another hand, the last part of March, it's all going to be about an important luxury and culmination. You will find yourself like in a really, really important stage here, and it's just so significant when it comes to people in your life, when it comes to you, when it comes to your achievement. But most certainly it's just all about being very, very creative, and through your own creativity you will reach the highest levels of your subconscious mind, which is going to lead towards the highest levels of your own enlightenment. There is a lot of negativity that is going to be shifted at the same time, but this is going to be brilliant, because it's going to be leading towards something very important, very significant, towards an absolutely mind-blowing moment, which you are going to have at around the end of the month, which is literally going to play an important, absolutely powerful, mind-blowing role in you changing your life in the best possible way. An absolutely mind-blowing justice moment is going to happen at the end of the month, which is going to also be important time for you, because you will receive a mind-blowing advice at the same time. And negotiation, absolutely remarkable negotiation will take place at the end of the month. So if you need to have a certain negotiations, if you need to like kind of negotiate and things like that, just go for it, because the end of the month is going to be superb when it comes to you, your discovery, and your personal achievement indeed. Okay, so now I'm going to shuffle these cards. Okay. And I'm going to connect to those of you Taurinis that are actually in relationship. Ooh la la. Very significant time when it comes to relationship, because everything is just going to start seem so much better. Look at this 7 of Wands here. Important because you know what? It's the certain setback, something that was preventing you to kind of reach the certain stage is going to come to an end. This is absolutely brilliant because it's all about the success and it's all about the power, but power. It's all about the actual security and power. You know, when it comes to the actual making things happen, when it comes to your future, when it comes to your present, in order to go where you want to go at the time where you want to go. So now an important obstacle is going to come through. It's going to come to an end. This is really brilliant because that is just going to be an important moment in time when it comes to the actual recognition, and the great moment in time when it comes to the actual finances and opportunity. You will have a really beautiful opportunity, both of you, and it's going to come with a certain shortcut, and this is what this obstacle is going to be directly responsible for. So the bottom line is beautiful moment of security and power. It's going to provide you with an absolutely mind-blowing, remarkable opportunity, both of you, to do something that you wanted to do in a long time, but it's going to make you feel really overwhelmed as well, because it is just going to come slightly earlier, slightly sooner, and that is going to bring you both a wonderful determination. You see here the Magician, absolutely remarkable, because you're also going to find out something quite interesting about both of you, what you want to do, something which is just going to bring so much beauty into your life, so much flavor into your life, so much wonderful colorful energy into your life. Fantastic. Something that was missing for both of you, it's about to come forward, and it's going to be so good, absolutely remarkable. On another hand, an important decision you will make this month, and you will love it. Okay, so now, my gorgeous Taurinis, for those of you that are single and ready to mingy, stranger in the night, Taurini in the morning, and I'm not even joking. Do you know what? This is going to be the month of like a rather vavavumish feeling. It's going to be the month when you will really want to come out of your skin. It's going to be the month when you will step out of your comfort zone in many different ways. So therefore, you're going to find yourself being in new places. Therefore, you're going to find yourself being surrounded by new people. Therefore, you're going to be enjoying yourself this month a lot, because you will be going to be drawn towards the situations and opportunities that are coming through your own success. I said the good news that you are going to have this month, and this good news, my gorgeous Taurinis, is going to make you realize about your gain and advancement, something that you expected, but it's just going to take you on a slightly different level, a higher level, my babies. Indeed, I'm saying this to you because this is an important moment in time when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to your happiness, and at the same time, you are going to be very, very wise, very powerful, and there is a certain type of people that you are going to be attracting. There are a certain, I'm not saying that you're not attracting this certain type of people normally, but this is a very wise and very powerful energy that you're going through, and this is going to reflect on you in such a wonderful way. You will feel a rather naughty, but naughty in a mischievous and quite good way. So it's good to be naughty, it's good to be mischievous, like naughty how you haven't been in a really long time, but it's all about meeting new people, it's all about having a great time, it's all about like a testing the waters, and there are lots of powerful people going to be around you. There are lots of interesting people that you're going to miss, but there are few of them that are going to be absolutely so powerful and so significant to you that are going to become an integral part of your future later on, like 4 of them, but there is one in particular, yes, that you are going to meet, and that particular person that you are going to meet, you're also going to meet at around the time when you go through the certain obstacle and through the certain challenge, at around the time when you have a successful negotiation. There's going to be an important person that is going to enter your life, and it's again very interesting how it always happens. That person always enters your life when you least expect it, or they always enter your life when you don't expect expect them to come at all. So it's so important to understand that sometimes when we focus on the new people to come into our lives, we can also at the same time prevent them from happening, because this energy is not really good when you just sit and, oh, when are they going to come? When are they going to come? No, baby, no. It's the power of your mind. It's the power of your manifestation. All you need to do is just plant the little seeds, say what you want, and just let it go, and then just go with the powerful flow of the success. So this is how this person is going to manifest in your life, my gorgeous Taurinis, through the powerful flow of your own success. This person is going to enter your life when you least expect it, and it's going to be remarkable, because it's going to help you to for you to kind of like know yourself so much more and to understand yourself with certain elements, and it's going to be vice versa. But let me just tell you, my gorgeous Taurinis, it could happen in many different ways, and it's going to be rather complex, and this is how it happens when it's someone very, very special about to enter your life. So I'm trying to say that it's going to be one step at a time. First of all, it's going to be like a bit of a friendly, and then a bit more, and then stranger in the night, or it's like a stranger in the night moment, you know. It just really depends how this is going to happen, how this is going to unfold, but most certainly it is going to be the beginning of you meeting someone very particular, very remarkable, very vibrant, who is also going to have such a perfect balance to you and your world, and you will see exactly what I mean. Just go out as much as you can, be as open-minded as much as you can, Taurini, because when you least expect it, this person is going to come through, this person is going to come forward and change everything. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, my gorgeous Taurinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I love every single one of you, my gorgeous babies. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing and light. Okay, my gorgeous Taurinis, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.